First and foremost, before I get started, I want to say thank you so much for those who are continuously coming back, supporting the channel, subscribing to the channel. For the new subscribers, appreciate y'all. For those who keep coming back, you know, religiously, consistently, ain't nothing better than you doing better eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Like, because some of y'all, all right, listen, let's start. Women, ladies, or fellas, do your eyebrows, bro. Your friend ain't gonna tell you, you gotta do your eyebrows. You walking around with the Velcro, you gotta do the eyebrows, baby. You feel me? The summer's coming, the weather's getting good, do your eyebrows. This message is for you. On a serious note, this your boy Rob De La Rosa coming to you in the Living Room Podcast, where we learn, laugh, and heal. And today I just want to come to you with an adage, if you haven't heard before. It's something that I definitely took home in the process of, one, you know, really fathering relationships, because some of y'all my sons, and I don't got no kids, but also acknowledging your network. Like, who are you in your network? All right, like if you were, the awareness to know where you stand. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're probably in the wrong room. You know, are you the single man in the room trying to learn how to move in a relationship, marriage? Are you the up and coming entrepreneur that thinks you know it all, but you're trying to find some mentorship and don't know how to go about doing that? Like, identify where you stand. If you don't know how to identify where you stand amongst your friends, it's going to be hard to identify that amongst business partners and business atmospheres, right? So here's what I've heard before, and for some reason, the breakdown of you're going to come across people for a reason, season, or lifetime. A lot of us are trying to make reason people, lifetime people way too soon. And you're jaded on how you move in relationships with people, this trust factor, because you're not vetting these people in this process. And sometimes when you speak, you spit like that. If you didn't catch it on camera, I did. So understand, some of you have met a boss, a coworker, a business partner for a reason, to teach you a lesson, right? Just a reason. Or something like, I'll give you one that sat home with me. I had a mentor in business. So I used to be a store manager at AT&T, and I met a man named, shout out, the man's name's Anthony Clark. A man of Anthony Clark who, at the time, I aspired to be like. Guy was black, smart, everybody wanted to work for him. He's the first person that gave me the view like, yo, it's possible for me to move up the corporate ladder, okay? And then years later, I ended up doing network marketing. I'm in a network marketing business, and thought of him like, damn, a person that has all these qualities, business, people want to be around, well-spoken. This is an ace for sure. I found him in the midst of looking for him in my contacts. He went ghost. Couldn't find him for no reason. And I find him because I sent him a letter. Listen to me. A handwritten letter. And I send it to an address in Atlanta, and it gets to him. He calls me from an unknown number like 6 times. Now, the objective of network marketing, if you guys aren't aware, is you got to contact the people you got in your network. You show them what you have, you know, whether it's for somebody or not, the potential of you being partners with these people, doing something big. This was definitely a person I thought like, oh, we could go to the moon, okay? We could go to the moon. I was one that was willing to do whatever it took. So when he called me, I just got back from Mexico, and I pick up the phone, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, where you at now, et cetera. He said, he's in Atlanta. What he doesn't know is I have my laptop propped open, booking a flight as he's speaking to me. I'm like, where are you in Atlanta? It's crazy. I'm going to be there this weekend. He replies and says, you're going to be here this weekend? I'm actually flying out for work, but I should be back the following weekend. Matter of fact, that works. I'm supposed to be there actually the next weekend. I booked the flight. Fly out there, have a meeting with the man as I'm building my other team out there, and he signs up. Now, this is a big deal. Find somebody doing whatever you can. Like, some of you don't have grit like that, like not willing to do what it takes. And as soon as I sign him up, he gets started, and in my mind, I'm like, I remember calling my man Mike, like, it's over, or calling Ed, like, yo, my leaders, I'm like, yo, I found the guy, it's game over. When he gets started, etc., is a wrap. I get him in the system, we show about 3 people, and then he goes ghost on me. like completely ghost. And I remember feeling like, how dare you, right? But he was a person who went ghost on everybody, always. So I thought that because now circumstances have changed, he's going to change. And nah, what that just did was it helped me identify that not everybody's going to go the extra mile like you are, but just because you went the extra mile doesn't mean it's a teaching moment where you're going to rely or think that because you put all your hope into this one person, things are going to change for you. That identified to show me that one, I am really a person who's willing to do whatever it takes, but two, it's still always up to me. Met him for a reason, to show me that I still had the network of people that I needed to get to the next level anyway. But I also was a person of my word that said, if someone on my team said they know somebody in another state and they're scared to fly out to go see him, then I'm not leading by example, all right? Reason. Just because I look up to you in one area doesn't mean I have to look up to you in another area, all right? It's all love always, but business is business. Some people are going to act differently in different atmospheres. Now, seasons. Life is like the seasons in my Jim Rohn voice, right? And I think that's the greatest way to look at life, right? It's seasons, right? There's let's say the winter we don't like, right? The winter, let's start there. You got to buckle up for things nowadays. Like the world is changing, social media. I think to me, like some people they haven't left the winter in the last 5 years. Like some people are enjoying the beach and you at the beach with your coat on, making people uncomfortable. Like the winter, right? It's where you got to buckle up. Things are going to get cold. Things are going to get hard. Things are going to get nasty. It's part of life. It is what it is. But what follows the winter is spring. Like, what better time to know that after you go through hardship, right, something is going to blossom. Then it's the summer, where things get a little hot, right, overheated, and then right back into the fall. Life is about a cycle, right? The seasons, but people also have, like, seasons in your life. And I want this to hit the person who's attached and doesn't want to let go to the person or the opportunity you're supposed to let go a long time ago, bro. Like, you're stuck in the winter of 2009 and missed the flowers of the autumn, the things coming down on the fall. So hear me, guys. Whatever you're doing, it's never always going to be uphill. It's just not. It's unrealistic. And if you like attach to this euphoric feeling of things only going well, then you're setting yourself up for some failure. But then don't also be negative when it's the spring and the summer. Be present and really get a tan, bro. Go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Let go. Calm down and relax. Get some vitamin D. Hey, yo. But in regards to that, enjoy the fruits of your labor because the cycle is coming. When you do good, someone's going to try to shoot down what you're doing. Like, you get to a point where everybody praising you on the come up, and when you finally get there, someone's going to try to shoot you down. It's just the nature of what we go through. So hear me. Some of you are in the sun for too long, and you're getting burnt. You're letting the compliments get to your head. It's doing bad for your skin, all right? Because now you got to a point where you can't take advice, all right? You're too good for the person that helped you get to that summer. Identify who you are in your seasons. Who do you need to let go? Who do you need to let go? In order for things to grow, grain got to happen, all right? But who do you need to let go in order to grow? The last is lifetime friends. I know that's the toughest part because, you know, what's a lifetime, right? I'm 33 years old, and I know I got several lifetimes. I've been blessed to have lifetime partners, lifetime friends in my life. But that's a spot that's hard to get, but you got to be a person that's worthy of having lifetime friends and opportunities, all right? Like, who are you in the season? And when people are going through their seasons, are you growing with people? All right. I think if we're not subject to growth, we're subject to fail. All right. So in order for people to be lifetime friends or lifetime partners, I think you got to be a person that's continuously growing and be able to take criticism from those who are qualified to give it to you, right? So critique is important because it comes from a consensus of good, like close-knit, qualified people, opposed to opinions from the reason or seasoned friends. Audit your circle, know where you stand amongst your peers, be willing to grow so when the new people come into these seasons, you're willing to be something that blossoms. As Rob de la Rosa, another episode of In the Room podcast where we learn, laugh, and heal. And stop right there and subscribe to the channel because you like what I did. I like you too. Love your mother.